is my playground. Concrete jungle, blacktop king's crown. Heart full of soul while it looking slim now. Gotta get that dough, gotta figure this thing out.
World keeps turning, don't wait for nobody. Gotta stay hungry, never sell your body. Brooklyn heat, can you feel it burning? Brooklyn heat, lessons always learning. Brooklyn heat, never no returning. Brooklyn heat, yeah, Brooklyn. From Marcy to Bed-Stuy, where the real reside. Corner store profit, spitting truth open wide. Dreams bigger than brownstones, gotta set aside the bullshit and the drama, keep my focus bona fide. Used to pray for times like this, now I rhyme like this, grit and grind. Brooklyn mind. Brooklyn mind, nigga. Brooklyn mind, nigga. Brooklyn mind, nigga. Yeah, I see it now. Yeah, I see it now. Woke up and opened my eyes. Used to take for granted all these daily sweet surprises. Yesterday, I was chasing paper, running on the wheel. Today, I'm grateful for the simple way this moment feels. This ain't about the bank account, it's about the wealth in my soul. Finding riches in the moments, that's my new goal. This is the real luxury, the vibe you can't buy. A pocket full of sunlight underneath a clear blue sky. The pressure to want more, man, I'm letting it all cease. Trading in my envy for a little inner peace. Cause a warm cup of coffee and a classic J Dilla beat, that's a 5-star experience, can't be beat. That's my pocket full of gold now. That's a story to be told now. Yeah, I'm singing it out loud now. Of course, life ain't perfect, the world can be tough. Sometimes just getting by can feel like more than enough. But that's when you gotta look harder, change the lens you're looking through. Find the beauty in the struggle, in the things that see you through. The strength you didn't know you had, a friend who hit your line. Even the past failure is a lesson in design. Every moment's a teacher, if you're willing to learn. Every little blessing is a corner that you turn. Happiness ain't a destination at the end of some grand quest. It's the rhythm of your own heart beating in your chest. So I'm counting up these moments, stacking them up high. The realest kind of treasure that money can't buy.
Sunlight through the pain.
That's my pocket full of gold now.
Simple, gentle groove.
That's a story to be told now.
Whispering a tune.
Yeah, I'm singing it out loud now.
Singing it loud. Singing it
loud. Yo, it's time to clean house in this hip-hop scene. Separate the veterans from the wannabe teens. Check it, check it, check it. Yeah. Listen up, young blood, let me school you proper. You think you hot stuff, but you ain't no showstopper. Been in this game since you was in diapers. While you was playing Nintendo, I was sharpening my ciphers. Your punchlines are predictable, mine's are surgical. You freestyle off the dome, man, that's fictional. I seen you with your notebook, writing bars in the corner. Then claim you spontaneous, kid, you're a mourner. At the funeral of real hip-hop culture, you're part of the problem like a lyrical vulture. Feeding off the corpse of what we built from scratch, while original pioneers watch their legacy get snatched. You got a record deal, cool, so did Vanilla Ice. Don't mean you got talent, just means you roll dice with corporate executives who don't understand the difference between an artist and a manufactured brand. Your video budget bigger than your vocabulary. Special effects can't hide flows that are scary. Bad, not good, scary. I mean frightening. How someone so whack got signed is enlightening. About the state of the industry, it's sickening. With real MCs struggling and fake ones are glistening with jewelry they rented just for the photo shoot. While I earned every chain, every ring, every suit.
search the cities, I search the lands, with empty dreams in my restless hands. A long winding road just to get back to where I started, on the right track.
Yeah, I ran in circles, thought I was chasing stars, through broken down alleys and fancy ass bars, looking for answers in the crowded room, trying to find the light, get out of my gloom. Spent years on a journey, felt like a waste of time, chasing something fake, a fabricated climb. Thought the treasure was out there in some foreign place, but the map was inside me at my own damn pace. Yo, straight out the borough where dreams get tested. Brooklyn born and bred, my whole life invested. From Bed-Stuy blocks to the Coney Island shore. This is my story, let me tell you what I stand for. I was raised on Fulton Street, corner bodega trips, quarter waters and now and laters. That's how I got my fix. Stick ball in the summer, hydrant water sprays. Those were the golden days, back in my younger phase. Walked the juniors for cheesecake with my pops. Hit the promenade to see Manhattan's bright spots. Brooklyn Bridge above us, East River below. Promised myself one day I steal the whole show. From Crown Heights to Park Slope, every block's my home. Red Hook housing projects where my people roam. Play ball at Marcus Garvey Park till dark. Hip-hop in my headphones ignited that spark. BQE traffic sounds became my first beat. Subway train rhythms underneath my feet. This borough made me tough, taught me how to grind. Brooklyn in my blood, never left behind. Brooklyn, Brooklyn, that's where I come from. Borough of churches where legends are spun. From Biggie to Jay, we run this town. Brooklyn stand up, never back down. Brooklyn, Brooklyn, concrete and soul made me who I am, that's my main goal. Rep my hood proud from coast to coast. Brooklyn's finest, that's my boast. Saturday mornings at the barbershop talks, old heads dropping wisdom while I'm learning the ropes. Flatbush Ave, busy West Indian flavors. Moms would cook curry goat for all the neighbors. Coney Island summers, Nathan's hot dogs. Cyclone roller coaster cutting through the fog. Brighton Beach Russians, Bay Ridge Italians. That's Brooklyn diversity, we're all New York stallions. Prospect Park concerts where I first grabbed the mic. Brooklyn Academy of Music showed me what I like. Fort Greene brownstones, that's where culture lives. This borough taught me hustle, showed me what it gives. Now I'm repping worldwide, but I'll never forget the block that raised me up, no room for regret. From the gutter to the stage, I carry Brooklyn pride. Best borough in the world, that's my hometown vibe. When you see me on stage, know where I came from. Brooklyn made this man second to none. Every rhyme I spit got that borough in the flow. Brooklyn till I die, that's all you need to know. Brooklyn, Brooklyn, that's where I come from. Borough of churches where legends are spun. From Biggie to Jay, we run this town. Brooklyn stand up, never back down. Brooklyn, Brooklyn, concrete and soul made me who I am, that's my main goal. Rep my hood proud from coast to coast. Brooklyn's finest, that's my boast.
October 16th, 1995, Washington, D.C. A million men marching in unity for atonement, for change, for responsibility. Let me paint the picture of what we came to see.
Called by Minister Farrakhan to gather as one. Black men from every walk, every place we come from the boardroom to the block, from the church to the street, standing side by side where history meets the present moment on the Capitol steps, where laws been passed that our people accept or reject, but never had the power to write. Now we congregate to set our future right. 1 million strong, maybe more, who's counting? Media try to downplay, but the energy's mounting. From sea to shining sea, brothers made the trip, not for protest, but for fellowship and accountability for actions we done to our women, our children, ourselves, everyone in our community suffering from our neglect. Time to look in the mirror, time to reflect. Not a march for handouts or government aid, but a march for self-reliance that we ourselves made. A commitment to change from the inside out. What black masculinity really about? Father, returning to homes they abandoned, sons learning responsibility, not taking it for granted. Brothers checking brothers when they acting wrong, building community bonds that keep us strong. Minister Louis speaking truth to power, but also to ourselves in this critical hour of decision. Will we rise or will we fall? Will we answer when our people call for leadership, for guidance, for protection from the self-destruction and misdirection that plagued our communities for far too long? Time to right our wrongs, sing a different song. Million men marching, standing tall with pride, not running from problems but facing them side by side. Day of atonement, day of recommitment to our families, our future, our spiritual enrichment. Million men marching, standing tall with pride, not running from problems but facing them side by side. Day of atonement, day of recommitment to our families, our future, our spiritual enrichment. From Harlem to Houston, Detroit to DC, brothers came together in solidarity. Doctors, lawyers, teachers, mechanics, street sweepers, all united as black men, all truth seekers, seeking redemption for mistakes we made, seeking direction for the price we paid in broken families and communities torn by violence, drugs, and spirits worn down by oppression, both external and internal, some imposed by others, some self-referential. Time to take responsibility for our own actions instead of blaming everything on outside factions. Yes, racism exists, systematic and real, but we control how we think, how we feel, how we treat our women, how we raise our sons, how we build our businesses till the work is done. Maya Angelou spoke about the power of words. Rosa Parks reminded us how change occurs through courage and commitment, not just complaint. Ordinary people becoming something they ain't been before. Heroes, leaders, pioneers, fighting through the struggle, conquering their fears. Benjamin Chavez coordinated the logistics while the Nation of Islam handled crowd statistics. But this wasn't about one group or religion. This was about black men making a decision to stand up, speak up, be accountable for building communities sustainable and strong enough to weather any storm, economic, social, or political reform. Starting with the man in the mirror first before we try to quench society's thirst. Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, leaders old and new, standing with the masses, not just the chosen few. Gang members and pastors sharing the same space, putting aside differences for the unity of race. Not racial supremacy, but racial healing from centuries of trauma, pain revealing itself in broken families and violence. Time to break the cycle in the silence that allows our problems to perpetuate while we wait for someone else to change our fate. The march was symbolic, but the work starts at home. In every black household, every black dome, where children learn values, where fathers take stands, where mothers are respected, where love expands beyond the boundaries of hurt and neglect, till we build what oppression work to disconnect. Critics said Farrakhan was too divisive, his anti-Semitic remarks too decisive in creating controversy around the event. But a million men still came, still went to Washington to make a statement clear that black men can organize without fear of external validation or permission from those who never supported our mission of self-determination and community building. Despite the media's attempts at character killing of the organizers, the message stayed pure. Atonement and responsibility, that's for sure what we came to pledge on that October day when we gathered to worship, to learn, to pray for strength to change what we could control and wisdom to heal our collective soul. One day, 1 million men, one promise made to do better by our families. Let the old ways fade into history while we write a new chapter of black manhood before and after. October 16th, the day we stood as one. The work continues till the job is done.
Yeah, memories never fade. Let me take you back. Back on the porch where the summer fell long. Radio loud, mama humming old songs. Childhood dreams painted bright in the sky. Running through the block with no reason why.
Woke up early, Saturday cartoons glow. Cereal in the bowl, world moving slow. Bikes on the sidewalk, chalk on the street. Hand-me-down kicks barely covering my feet. Grandma calling out from the window frame. Voices of the past still calling my name. No money in the pockets, but the laughter was free. The little things in life meant the world to me.
Back on the porch where the summer fell long. Radio loud, mama humming old songs. Childhood dreams painted bright in the sky. Running through the block with no reason why. Back on the porch where the summer fell long. Radio loud,
time to head inside. But the stories of the day always stayed alive. Trading card secrets and a scratched up ball. Trying to be a hero, standing proud and tall. Old school boombox, blasting on the stoop. Kids in a circle, freestyling in the group. Didn't know pain, didn't know fear. Only knew joy when my friends were near.
Back on the porch where the summer felt long. Radio loud, mama humming old songs. Childhood dreams painted bright in the sky. Running through the block with no reason why. Back on the porch where the summer felt long. Radio loud, mama humming old songs. Childhood dreams painted bright in the sky. Running through the block with no reason why. Yeah. Take me back to the days we were free. Back with the porch. Back with the porch.
The clock on the wall, it keeps on spinning. A restless race that I'm just beginning. So many hours to make a name. The ticking silence feels like a game.
Yeah, they say time is money, but it's more than that. It's a ticking bomb on a concrete path. Sleep is for the weak, I'm a permanent ghost. Chasing a dream that I want the most. Every sunrise is a new deadline. Every sunset, a new finish line. I'm not content with a simple win. Gotta tear down the walls, gotta break them within.
That golden sand, it keeps on falling. A lonely ambition, forever calling. The sky is the limit, but I want the stars. Gotta leave a legacy, breaking all the bars.
They see the success, but they don't see the cost. The nights I spent working, the hours I lost. I'm not a flash in the pan, a temporary star. I'm building a legend, no matter how far. The hunger inside, it won't let me rest. Putting my whole life to the ultimate test. The top of the world, that's where I belong. Singing my truth in this lonely
That
song.
golden sand, it keeps on falling. A lonely ambition, forever calling. The sky is the limit, but I want the stars. Gotta leave a legacy, breaking all the bars.
The world's gonna throw what it's gonna throw. Can't change that. But you can always change how you catch. I feel the gales of circumstance, the hurricanes of doubt, the bitter winds of envy trying to blow my candle out. Some days it's a headwind pushing me right back, throwing my whole journey way off the beaten track. I've seen the strongest ships get broken by the waves, seen the brightest spirits get lost inside the maze. Cause the world is unpredictable, a storm without a name. And if you stand there rigidly, you'll break under the strain.
You can't stop the wind from blowing on your sea, but the power to set your course belongs to you and me. So when the storm is raging and you think you're gonna fail, hold on tight, my brother, and adjust the sail.
Yeah. So I stopped fighting tempests, I started learning how to read them. Started taking all that negative energy and freedom to pushed me in directions that I never would've known. On a vessel of resilience that I built all on my own. A little tilt to the left, a subtle shift in the design turns a force of opposition to a power that is mine. It ain't about brute strength, it's the wisdom of the hand that knows you gotta work with nature, not just make a stand.
And adjust the set.
Yeah.
The wind will always blow. Some days soft, some days a riot. The challenge isn't stopping it, it's finding peace inside the quiet. Confidence you get from knowing when the sky is turning gray that you're the captain of your soul. You'll always find a way.
Let it blow, I'm ready. Yeah.
You see the light now. You see the shine. But you don't know the dark, the cold. Let me tell you about that.
Yo, they see the stage lights, the sold out show tonight, but they ain't see the one-room basement without no light. Just a single mattress on the concrete, a blanket from the cold. A story that's too real for the fakes, a story rarely told. A microwave was my kitchen, the corner was my fridge. Had to build a bridge to the mall from a broken down ridge. Felt like the world was talking, but they never heard my voice. Just another young kid with a dream, had no other choice but to grind through the silence with a hunger in my soul. They just saw the dirt, but I was building up my goal.
From the bottom to the top, where the concrete meets the sky, they saw nobody, but we knew we could fly. To every single person who left and turned their back, you're just a footnote on our self-made victory track. From the bottom to the top, a crown forged from the pain.
Call my phone now, wanna see how I'm doing. But where were you when the seeds of my future were brewing? Yeah, I see the old faces with the new fake smiles, the same ones who told me my dream was a waste of a while. Before the real ones who stood by me, who saw the fire in my eyes. The success is for you, this ain't no surprise. This ain't just money, it's a promise that I kept. For every single night you believe, when the whole world slept, I wear this crown with pride. It's a testament to trust. We came from the dirt, now we turning that dirt to dust. 1992, city burned, but the lesson still ain't learned. Check it. April 29th, the verdict came down. 4 cops walked free, the whole city frowned. Rodney King on the pavement, 56 blows, but the jury said not guilty. That's how justice goes in America, where your skin tone determines your fate. Video evidence clear, but they couldn't relate to the pain and the anger building up for years. Now the streets exploding with collective tears. South Central burning, Florence and Normandy. People lost their minds cause they lost their harmony with the system that protects the badge and not the man. While we fight for basic rights that we should understand, are guaranteed by law but ignored in reality. Check the Constitution for some cold brutality, written by slave owners claiming all men equal, but 3/5 of a person was the original sequel.
I watched from my window as the flames lit the sky, wondering if justice was a beautiful lie. Told to keep us peaceful while they beat us down in broad daylight with cameras all around. Reginald Denny pulled
from his truck and attacked. Violence begets violence, that's a cold hard fact. But don't get it twisted, I ain't condoning the hate, just explaining the explosion when pressure gets too great. Korean store owners caught up in the mix, community tensions that the media tricks, interracial divides when the real enemies, the system that oppresses you and me with ease. 53 people died in just a few days, property destroyed in so many ways. But property can be rebuilt, trust cannot. When the people lose faith in the justice they thought.
When the smoke cleared away, what did we learn? That bridges need building when cities burn. From the ashes of rage, we must rise above. Replace the hate with knowledge, replace fear with love.
6 days of chaos, National Guard deployed, while politicians pointed fingers, truth they destroyed with sound bites and spin, instead of taking blame for decades of neglect, fueling the flame of discontent, brewing in forgotten neighborhoods where police patrol like occupying hoods, covering their own instead of serving and protecting the people they swore to. But now they deflected responsibility for the powder cake they created, with policies and practices discriminatory and dated, redlining, profiling, systematic oppression, leading to this moment of violent expression. But violence ain't the answer, though I understand the rage. We need to turn this pain into power on the stage of politics and protests, organized and planned, cause scattered riots won't help us take a stand. From the ashes came awareness, at least for some, of the issues that we face, where the hatred comes from. Not inherent in our nature, but learned through experience of injustice so blatant, so severe and serious, that people reach their breaking point and lose control. But we must find another way to save our collective soul. Education, legislation, peaceful demonstration, building bridges between each race and every nation, within our city limits, within our state of mind, leaving 1992 and its lessons behind, not forgotten but transformed into positive action instead of negative reaction and factional attraction to violence as solution. That ain't revolution. True change comes through mental constitution and restructuring the systems that oppress and divide. We all bleed the same color when we're hurt inside. April 29th, we remember the day when Los Angeles burned in its own dismay, but from the fire came a phoenix of hope, that one day we'll find better ways to cope with injustice.
Born here, concrete, tough. Borrow raised, that's enough. Fire in my blood, Bronx on my back, yeah, it's good. Never leave, never win. Always keep it real. Bronx is enough. Enough. Bronx is enough. For me. Yeah, enough. Enough. Bronx is enough.
Yeah. Sometimes I just close my eyes and travel back on the timeline. Take a walk with me. I'm drifting back to scraped up knees and cartoons on a Saturday, when the biggest problem in my world was having nothing sad to say. A universe inside a cardboard box, a king on a plastic throne. My kingdom was the backyard, a world I called my own. Traded baseball cards like stocks and bonds, a currency of youth. Believed in monsters under beds, the unfiltered simple truth. The streetlights with a curfew, a signal to head home. To the smell of mom's cooking, a feeling I've outgrown, but never left behind.
Just faded Polaroids in the attic of my mind. A bittersweet nostalgia for the boy I left behind.
The world was so much bigger
The
then.
colors were so bright, I'd give it all to go back for just one more summer night.
were building forts from blankets, secret hideaways we made, whispering our ghost stories, unafraid of being afraid. The first crush, the awkward dance, the taste of stolen cherries. The weight of all our future plans was light as summer berries. We didn't understand the bills, the worry in our parents' eyes. We were shielded from the truth behind their gentle loving lies. They gave us a perfect picture, a masterpiece of grace, while they were fighting silent wars all over the damn place.
In the attic of my mind, a bittersweet nostalgia for the boy I left behind.
The world was so much bigger than
Colors were so bright, I'd give it all to go back for just one more summer night.
It's funny looking back now, with this different set of eyes. I see the sacrifices that I couldn't recognize. Every worn out pair of shoes my father used to wear was a silent I love you, a silent little prayer. And all that innocence I miss, it came at a high cost. A gift they gave to me no matter what they lost. Yeah.
Just faded Polaroid,
Still developing.
Yeah. Block out the noise. See the lane, let's go. They building walls around me, whispering I'll fall, saying the road is broken, no future here at all. The shadows get to creeping, planting seeds of doubt. The easy thing to do right now would be to just check out. The critics and the cynics, they all sound the same, just the chorus of distraction in this unforgiving game. They want me looking sideways, tripping over pride, but I got a destination burning deep inside.
don't you look at the walls, look at the road. Don't you carry the weight of their heavy load. Keep your eyes on the light, that distant glow. That's the only direction your heart needs to know. Oh, just go.
So I tune the world out, find the rhythm in my feet, match it to the beatbox, the asphalt is the sheet. Music for my movement, my focus sharp and narrow. Straight ahead I'm aiming like a liberated arrow. They pointing at the hurdles, the cracks up in the ground. I'm listening to the mission, I don't hear another sound. This ain't about perfection, it's about the will to fight. Keeping my head straight and moving towards the light.
Don't you look at the walls, look at the road. Don't you carry the weight of their heavy load. Keep your eyes on the light, that distant glow. That's the only direction your heart needs to know. Oh, just go.
Check it out, y'all. From the bottom to the top, we made it. Now they all wanna know how we did it. Let me break it down for y'all. I remember back in '89, living check to check. Now I'm cashing bigger chips, gaining mad respect. From the projects to penthouse, that's how I came up. Used to walk, now I ride, that's how the game's up. Rolex on my wrist, Benz in my driveway. What used to be dreams, now I live it my way. Haters said I'd never make it out the hood alive. Now I'm counting stacks while they still survive. Started with a dream and a beat up mic. Now I rock the biggest stages every single night. Platinum on my wall, gold around my neck. Success tastes sweet when you earn your respect. From commodity cheese to caviar plates, from welfare lines to opening gates of opportunity. Now I'm the boss. What they thought was my failure became they loss. Record deals, movie deals, endorsement checks. Money coming so fast, what you gonna do next? Stay humble but hungry, that's the key to success. Came from having nothing, now I'm truly
Can you
blessed.
get it to the top? Ain't coming back down. Started from the bottom, now we run this town. Success tastes so sweet when you've been through the pain. Now we're dancing in the sunshine after all that rain. Struggle to glory, that's the story now. We made it to the top and we won't bow down. All the doubters can see us living our dream. Nothing's impossible when you believe.
Private jets, 5-star suites, that's how we travel now.
used to take the bus, but look at us now. Shopping sprees in Paris, vacays in Milan. From food stamps to champagne, look how far we gone. They used to overlook me, now they want my attention. All the same people who deny me recognition, now they calling my phone wanting collaboration. Funny how success changes people's conversation. Boardroom meetings where I'm making big decisions. Executive producer with the clearest of visions. Built an empire from a simple 4-track. Now the industry's watching every move on my track. Designer clothes, custom made from head to toe. VIP treatment everywhere I go. Red carpet events, interviews on prime time. Every bar I spit is like I'm making a dime. But I never forget where I came from. The struggle made me strong, the pain made me numb to the criticism. Now I let success speak. Started at the bottom, now I'm at the peak. Mentoring young artists, showing them the way. Giving back to the community every single day. Cause success ain't just about the money you make, it's about the lives you touch and the ground you sleep.
Made it to the top, ain't coming back down. Started from the bottom, now we run this town. Success tastes so sweet when you've been through the pain. Now we're dancing in the sunshine after all that rain. From struggle to glory, that's the story now. We made it to the top and we won't bow down. All the doubters can see us living our dream. Nothing's impossible when you believe. From the gutter to the stars, we made it, y'all.
Never thought we'd see the day we'd stand this tall.
So tall, so tall. But hard work pays off. That's the realest thing.
That's the realest thing.
Now we're living like kings and queens.
Like royalty, like royalty.
Made it to the
Yeah, 5 a.m. The engine's humming low. Sky's bleeding purple. It's time to let it go. Check one. Street lights flicker, painting streaks across the glass. City still dreaming, moving way too fast. Used to walk these lonely blocks, hustle for the dimes. Reading chapters of my life between the faded lines. Empty stomach full of ambition, that was the routine. Trying to make a masterpiece from a broken scene. Every closed door, every doubt they threw my way. Fueled the fire in the darkness, waiting the day.
leave the past in the rearview light. Chasing the sunrise, everything's feeling right. This open road is a soul set free. Just my rearview memories and a brand new me. Yeah.
I remember faces full of pity, voices full of scorn. Felt the coldest shoulders before the day was born. But in the headphones, a boom bap beat was my escape. Gave my struggle rhythm, gave my anger shape. Now the skyline's waking up, the sun is on the rise. See the reflection of a winner in my own eyes. Paid my dues in full, the interest was the pain. Now I'm washing it all clean in the morning rain.
Leave the past in the rearview light. Chasing the sunrise, everything's feeling right. This open road is a soul set free. Just my rearview memories and a brand new me.
One last look in the mirror, see the ghost I used to be. Tip my hat and smile, cause now they setting me free. The road ahead is clearer, the path is mine to pave. Riding on this instrumental wave.
Chasing the sunrise, feeling so right. Leaving it all behind. Ooh, brand new me.
Operations done, I'm through the door now. One key, one path, ain't no doubt no more now. All them other timelines, let them fade to myth. The second I chose this, I gave the rest a slip. I burned the other maps, bought a one-way ticket. The grass ain't always greener, gotta know your truth and pick it. No more what ifs, no more second guessing, just pure dedication, that's the lesson. The weight of a choice ain't a burden, it's a guide. Clears out all the static that was trapped up inside. This ain't just a path, it's the only one I see. The man I'm meant to be, I'm finally free.
This is the only road for me. Sha-na-na-na. Set my own damn soul free. What's a soul to do? Bet it all on this one key.
Freedom ain't endless options, it's a single focus aim. Knowing your position, mastering the game. Too many choices leave a good man paralyzed. I saw the truth, it was right there in your eyes. The fear of missing out, that's the enemy's real trick. Makes you chase 1,000 rabbits, makes your soul sick. So I pick my rabbit and I'm dug in for the chase. Putting all my energy in this time and this place. Let the other doors close, let the other world spin. This is my beginning where the real work begins. Got tunnel vision, yeah, the focus sharp and tight. From the darkness of decision into a single ray of light.
This is the only road for me. Sha-na-na-na. Set my own damn soul free. What's a soul to do? Bet it all on this one key. This one key. Yeah.
March 3rd, 1991. George Holliday's camera captured 81 seconds that changed America. This is for Rodney. Speeding down a 2-ton, just trying to get home. Never knew that night would put him in a danger zone. California Highway Patrol began to chase until LAPD arrived to put him in his place. Tasered, beaten, 56 baton strikes while officers stood around like they was on strike. From human decency, basic humanity, 4 cops versus 1 man, call it insanity. George Holliday with his camera on the balcony recorded 81 seconds of police brutality. Raw footage showing what we always knew was true, but seeing it on video was something entirely new for white America, who lived in denial of the systematic torture lasting for a while in black and brown communities across the nation. Finally visual proof of our long frustration.
Rodney Glenn King, 25 years old. His story of survival needs to be told. Not just the beating, but the man behind the pain who asks, can we all get along in the rain of media attention and public scrutiny, while lawyers and politicians claim purity of intention? But the video don't lie, show the world what happens when respect dies. Between the badge and the citizen is sworn to serve, got the whole community sitting on edge and nerve, waiting for justice, waiting for the trial, hoping that this time truth would prevail. But Simi Valley jury, all white, no black, saw the same video, but they vision lacked the context of oppression, the weight of history. How does beating fit into a larger mystery? 81 seconds changed everything, showed the violence that police brutality bring to communities who've been screaming for years that nobody listened to through their tears.
4 officers charged, coon power win Brazino, but acquittal came down like a fatal casino, where the house always wins and the people always lose, unless you got connections or the right skin hues. Stacey Coon, Lawrence Powell leading the attack, Theodore Brazino, Timothy Wynn, watching Rodney's back get broken by the batons of the boys in blue who swore to protect, but they just ran through every law they were supposed to uphold. Story of abuse that needed to be told. Not just Rodney's story, but the thousands more who suffered in silence behind closed doors, without a camera present, without a witness to testify about police malicious fitness for duty and service to community. licenses to intimidate. The verdict sparked riots, but that ain't the point. Violence ain't the answer to heal this broken joint of society where justice supposed to be blind, but clearly it's selective. Clearly it's designed to protect certain people and prosecute the rest. Put the system on trial, put justice to the test. Rodney King became a symbol of something much larger than one man's beaten by one police charger in the battle against citizens they supposed to guard. Evidence was clear, but conviction was hard to achieve in a system built to acquit. The blue wall of silence that they never admit exists to protect corruption and abuse of power while communities suffer every single hour under occupation disguised as protection. Time for some serious police extrospection. Federal trial came later. Two got convicted, but by then the damage to trust was inflicted deep in the psyche of people who already knew that justice ain't equal for me and you. Rodney got a settlement, money for his pain, but can't buy back innocence or trust again in institutions that's supposed to serve justice when they clearly demonstrate they can't be trusted. His question still echoes, can we get along while police departments still singing the same song of denial and deflection? Protection and service, but they actions make communities nervous. This beat goes on, the story ain't finished, though decades have passed. Problems ain't diminished. Rodney King's legacy leads in every protest against police brutality and social unrest. 81 seconds of video proof that systematic racism ain't no spoof or conspiracy theory. It's reality raw, captured on camera for all to see, y'all. Can we all get along? Time will tell. Hey, get along.
A dusty photo in my hand of 4 young boys across the land. A summer faded, a story untold. Why did that moment feel like gold?
Yeah, remember the tracks beneath the old sky, searching for a body with a tear in our eye. 4 young outlaws with nothing to lose, just broken down bikes and a pair of old shoes. We walked through the fields, a brotherhood strong, trying to find a place where we all belong. Talking about girls and the world we discover. Didn't know that summer would be our last cover.
That summer's a ghost, a hollow goodbye, a faded echo neath a different sky. The distance between us, a silent design, left a broken promise, a different time.
Yeah, the leeches were real, the fear was so cold, but that journey is a story to be told. We faced our own demons in the dead of the night, just kids with a torch, trying to find the light. Now we're all grown up, our past went their own way, but that summer's a ghost, and haunts me to this day. I give anything to go back to that track, just to stand by you and never look back.
That summer's a ghost, a hollow goodbye, a faded echo neath a different sky. The distance between us, a silent design, left a broken promise, a different time.
Yeah, you see the shine, this ain't luck. This is a blueprint. This is for the late nights and the early mornings for the grind. Now watch the winner circle glow. Yeah.
Woke up this morning, sun hit the rollie on my wrist. Yeah, that's a cold reminder of a hustle you all missed. Used to check the time on a dollar store timepiece. Now my diamonds on my bezel, giving my soul peace. See the foreign car outside, the one with the low-key sound. Yeah, that's what happens when you put your hustle in the ground. The silk shirts, the leather shoes, the brands you can't pronounce. Every single dollar earned, a victory to announce. This ain't just material, it's a marker of my climb, a physical trophy for 100,000 dimes.
Welcome to the winner's circle where we don't hold back. Popping champagne
shining for the night.
Yeah. Remember ramen noodles in a one-room spot. Now it's caviar dinners, yeah, we hit the jackpot. Table full of bottles, crystal flutes in our hand. We toasting to the future in the promised land. Took the whole team with me, we ain't leave nobody out. Shared the whole damn dream, no room for the doubt. From the dusty studio to the penthouse view, this is for the loyalty, the dreams that came true. This ain't for the haters, this is for the real ones who believe. This is the story of a hustler finally relieved.
Welcome to the winner's circle where we don't hold back. Popping champagne for the nights we never had. This is for the struggle, the days we had to fight. Now we celebrate the moment in the blinding light. Welcome to the winner's circle. Feel the energy ignite. We earned this spotlight, and we're shining for the night.
Yeah. We made it. You feel that? From nothing to everything. Know what I mean?
Yo, check it. Sometimes a man gotta sit back and really think about this life, you know what I'm saying? All these thoughts running through my head. Let me break it down for y'all. I'm sitting in my room at 3 a.m., can't sleep. Mind racing with thoughts, running way too deep. Wondering if this path I chose is really right. Fighting demons in my head throughout the night. See, everybody tells you, follow your dreams. But what happens when reality ain't what it seems? I'm 23, broke, still living with my moms. While my high school friends got jobs and wedding songs. They say success, but what's that really mean? Is it the money, fame, or staying true to the scene? I dropped out of college for this rap game. Now I'm questioning if I'm going insane. Every rejection letter hits me like a blow. Demo tapes coming back with a simple no. But something in my soul won't let me quit. Even when the world tells me I ain't shit. Walking through my neighborhood, I see the pain. Kids getting high, just to numb the strain. OGs on the corner, dreams long dead. Don't end up like me, that's what they said. These heavy thoughts keep weighing on my mind. Searching for the answers that I'll never find. In this concrete jungle where dreams collide. Trying to stay real while the world's full of lies. Heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts. Can't shake them off, they won't stop. Heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts. Is this the price that dreamers pay for their shot? I walk these streets and see my people struggle. Minimum wage jobs, life's a daily hustle. While the rich get richer off our blood and sweat. And politicians promise change we'll never get. My father worked 2 jobs just to pay the rent. Now his back is broken and his spirit's spent. He looks at me like, son, don't waste your life. But I can't settle for that ordinary strife. Sometimes I wonder if I'm being selfish, chasing rap dreams while my family's helpless. Should I get a 9 to 5 and play it safe? Or keep believing that I'll find my place? Late night phone calls from my girl upset. When you gonna grow up? We ain't teenagers yet. She wants stability, a house, a ring. I wanna give her everything, but music's my thing. I see cats selling drugs to make ends meet. Others joining gangs just to feel complete. But I chose this mic to tell my truth. Even if I'm poor, I'm speaking for the youth. They say the game is dirty, full of fake MCs. More concerned with image than their artistry. But I'ma keep it raw, keep it underground. Real recognize real, that's the truest sound. These heavy thoughts keep weighing on my mind. Searching for the answers that I'll never find. In this concrete jungle where dreams collide. Trying to stay real while the world's full of lies. Heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts. Can't shake them off, they won't stop. Heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts. I hear a lot of talking from the cheap seats. Let's turn the volume down on that. Yeah! Y'all run your mouths like a marathon, a race with no end. While I'm on the winner's podium, you still pretending to be a player in the game you only watch from the side. Got a whole lot of opinions, got a whole lot of pride. But your pride is just a mask for the envy deep inside. You see me climbing up the ladder, nowhere left for you to hide.
move. You know my whole discography, got something to prove. You're my #1 fan, but you wear it like a frown. The king of your own comment section in a lonely little town. I'm building up an empire, brick by painful brick. You're throwing pebbles from a distance, hoping one will stick. But the foundation's solid, built on struggle, sweat, and doubt. The kind of real you'll never know, the kind you read about. Your hate is just bucket noise to me. Just static on the frequency. They ain't talking that talk, I'm too busy to hear. Watch me shift to a whole nother god. Get out my way. Get out my way.
Let me tell you about a journey. From the darkest nights to the brightest mornings. This is my story. This is my truth. About running through the storm to find my proof.
Age 16, mama lost a job at the factory. Daddy left us when I turned 13, that's the tragedy. 3 kids in a 1-bedroom, sharing government cheese, holes in my sneakers, patches on my jeans. Tried to stay in school, but the bills kept coming, so I grabbed a part-time. Kept my dreams running, flipping burgers in the day, writing rhymes at night with a flashlight and a notepad, that was my sight. Kids at school laughing at my secondhand clothes, while I'm planning my escape from these urban woes. Mama working 3 jobs, barely getting sleep. I promised her one day we be counting sheep on satin sheets in a mansion on the hill. But first I had to climb, had to pay my bill.
Running through the storm, won't let the rain stop us. Every strike of lightning just made us more ambitious. Been knocked down 7 times, got a big success is calling our name. We won't be late. With our heads held high, every tear we cried was worth the sacrifice. The sun is breaking through the cloudy sky. We're running to the dreams. We're gonna fly.
92, got my first break at an open mic night. Freestyle battle in the park under streetlight. Beat 3 local legends, crowd went wild. From that moment on, I knew I was Destiny's child. Started selling demos out the trunk of my car. 5 hours each, but I knew I was gonna go far. Local radio DJ heard my underground tape, played it once, then twice. That's how dreams take shape. Got a call from a small label, offered me a deal, 5,000 advance. Man, it felt so real. Mama cried when I told her we gon' be okay. First time I seen her smiling like a year and a day. Moved us out the projects to a 2-bedroom spot. Mama got new furniture, something we never got. But this was just the beginning of my master plan, from a broken boy to becoming a man.
Sometimes I look back at those hungry nights when the power got cut and we had no lights. But every struggle made me who I am today. Every no just pushed me to find another way. The pain was my teacher, the streets were my school. Rejection was my view, kept me nobody's fool. Now I'm running toward the light. Everything's gonna be alright.
2 years later, first album went gold. $1 million tour, more money than I ever been told. Bought mama that house that I promised her then, with a garden and a pool. She cried once again, but success don't erase where you come from though. I drive through my old neighborhood, let the young kids know that the same kid who got laughed at sleeping on floors is the same one opening up all these doors. Started a foundation for kids without fathers, cause I know what it's like when poverty bothers your dreams and your sleep and your everyday hope. I'ma be the ladder for them kids to climb that rope. Now I'm headlining festivals, platinum on my wall, but I never forget that first open mic call. The storm made me stronger, the rain made me grow. Now I'm running toward tomorrow, letting everybody know.
Running through the storm, wouldn't let the rain stop us. Every strike of lightning just made us more victorious. Been knocked down 7 times, got a big success was calling our name. We weren't late. We ran through the storm with our heads held high. Every tear we cried was worth the sacrifice.
to the top. That's how we came up. Pain was temporary, but the victory stayed up. Still running, still grinding, still reaching for more. Cause every storm we survived just opened new doors. Male rapper, never looking back, only moving forward. This is for everybody still fighting the storm.
Keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running. One glass for the love that slipped away. One more for the dream we swore would stay. Another for this weary soul tonight.
The sun cuts through the blinds, dust dances in the light. Another morning, same old silent fight. Your side of the bed is cold, a neatly folded pass. A photograph is smiling, a joke that couldn't last. That dream she sang about, just a cheap print on the wall. Now the only sound I hear is the silence in the hall. No grand heartbreak story, no cinematic tears, just the low hum of the fridge, confirming all my fears. This coffee's bitter now, just like the words we never said. Used to be our sanctuary, not just an empty bed. The city wakes outside, a world that moves along. But in this room, I'm stuck inside a broken song.
Faded melody playing on repeat in this quiet space where our shadows meet. A bittersweet echo on a lonely street.
I walk the pavement, trace the cracks along the ground. Remember how we walk here without a single sound. Now every corner holds a ghost I can't erase, a flicker of your memory I can't seem to replace. They say time is a healer, a friend of the bereaved, but it just sharpens edges of the lies that I believe. No poetry in this pain, no beauty in the ache, just a hollow realization of a massive mistake. The melody is gone, just the rhythm remains, a steady heavy heartbeat drumming through my veins.
Faded melody playing on repeat in this quiet space where our shadows meet. A bittersweet echo on a lonely street. Just an
Check it.
Sometimes a man gotta sit back and really think about this life, you know what I'm saying? All these thoughts running through my head. Let me break it down for y'all.
I'm sitting in my room at 3 a.m., can't sleep. Mind racing with thoughts, running way too deep. Wondering if this path I chose is really right. Fighting demons in my head throughout the night. See, everybody tells you, follow your dreams. But what happens when reality ain't what it seems? I'm 23, broke, still living with my moms, while my high school friends got jobs and wedding songs. They say success, but what's that really mean? Is it the money, fame, or staying true to the scene? I dropped out of college for this rap game. Now I'm questioning if I'm going insane. Every rejection letter hits me like a blow. Demo tapes coming back with a simple no. But something in my soul won't let me quit. Even when the world tells me I ain't shit. Walking through my neighborhood, I see the pain. Kids getting high just to numb the strain. OGs on the corner, dreams long dead. Don't end up like me, that's what they said. These heavy thoughts keep weighing on my mind, searching for the answers that I'll never find in this concrete jungle where dreams collide. Trying to stay real while the world's full of lies. Heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts. Can't shake them off, they won't stop. Heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts. Is this the price that dreamers pay for their shot? I walk these streets and see my people struggle. Minimum wage jobs, life's a daily hustle. While the rich get richer off our blood and sweat, and politicians promise change we'll never get. My father worked 2 jobs just to pay the rent. Now his back is broken and his spirit spent. He looks at me like, son, don't waste your life. But I can't settle for that ordinary strife. Sometimes I wonder if I'm being selfish, chasing rap dreams while my family's helpless. Should I get a 9 to 5 and play it safe? Or keep believing that I'll find my place? Late night phone calls from my girl upset. When you gonna grow up? We ain't teenagers yet. She wants stability, a house, a ring. I wanna give her everything, but music's my thing. I see cats selling drugs to make ends meet. Others joining gangs just to feel complete. But I chose this mic to tell my truth. Even if I'm poor, I'm speaking for the youth. They say the game is dirty, full of fake MCs, more concerned with image than their artistry. But I'ma keep it raw, keep it underground. Real recognize real, that's the truest sound. These heavy thoughts keep weighing on my mind, searching for the answers that I'll never find in this concrete jungle where dreams collide. Trying to stay real while the world's full of lies. Heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts. Can't shake them off, they won't stop. Heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts, heavy thoughts. Is this the price that dreamers pay for their shot? Pay for their shot.
Sometimes I sit and wonder if all this pain and hunger will ever lead to something greater, or am I just another dreamer waiting for a sign, for a break, for my moment, for my sake? But these thoughts keep coming back like a freight train on a
Maybe all this overthinking is the problem. Maybe I should just create and let the world solve them. But when you come from where I come from, every decision feels like life or death, son. I remember being young with stars in my eyes. Now reality hit and I'm surprised. The dreams ain't easy, they require sacrifice. And sometimes you gotta roll the dice twice. But when I grab this mic and start to flow, all the pain and struggle, that's when I know this is my calling, this is my gift. Even when my spirits need a lift. So I'll keep grinding, keep writing rhymes, hoping one day I'll transcend these times. These heavy thoughts are part of who I am, a young black man with a master plan to represent for those who can't speak, for the lost, the poor, the spiritually weak. This music is my church, this beat's my prayer, and I'ma keep it real no matter who don't care. Yeah.
city exhales, a marathon is run, a million lonely nights all melting into one. The noise of the machine is ringing in my ears, a catalog of fears, a catalog of fears.
drifting in the static, losing all control.
The weariness is seeping, seeping in my soul. Is there a design? Just a single line, lost inside a maze of madness for all my days. Is there something true to see me through?
Nah, flick the switch. I flick a switch on in my head. The focus starts to sharpen in the silence of my room. I'm tending to my garden, pulling out the weeds of weakness, planting seeds of will. The world outside can rush, but in here my mind is still. This that Monday night blueprint, the architect's design, drawing out the victory. Every single line, they can build a maze of madness. I'll be building something true. This is the foundation, this is how I see it through.
Plan is set, let Tuesday come, I'm ready. Plan is set.
Music television, they said they play our music, but what they did to hip-hop was straight up pollution. Pollution. Let me explain. Started in '81 with rock and roll dreams, but hip-hop crashed, the party burst in the seams of their white suburban fantasy world. When Yo MTV raps got unfurled in 1988, Fab Five Freddy hosting, Ed Lover and Dr. Dre boasting about the culture that the streets had created, while MTV executives finally calculated the dollars and the cents of urban music. But they wanted to control how we use it. Image over substance, flash over skill. Corporate boardrooms deciding what's real and what's not. What gets the rotation? What fits their idea of crossover sensation? While underground classics never see the light, cause they don't fit the formula for MTV's site.
Total Request Live got Carson daily, counting down videos daily but barely playing the real hip-hop that moves the masses. Instead they push the pop that the mainstream passes off as authentic culture, but it's manufactured by suits who never lived what they captured in glossy production and expensive sets, while real MCs struggle to pay their debts and get exposure for the art they perfected in basement studios, often rejected by A&Rs looking for the next big thing that'll sell the suburban kids, make the register ring, but compromise the message and water down the sound till hip-hop's authenticity can't be found in the videos playing on heavy rotation, just corporate contamination.
MTV changed the game, now it's all about the look. An image over lyrics, style over the hook.
Video budget's bigger than some rappers' whole career, while real hip-hop artists disappear.
MTV changed the game, now it's all about the look. An image over lyrics, style over the hook.
Video budget's bigger than some rappers' whole career, while real hip-hop artists disappear.
Remember when rap was just beats and rhymes, before the flashy videos and expensive chimes of Julie changed design to catch the camera's eye, while the message gets lost in the visual eye. Now rappers need stylists, choreographers too, directors telling stories that ain't even true to the artist's experience, but it tests well with focus groups who help the video sell to demographics that never understood the struggle that created hip-hop in the hood, where we had nothing but turntables and mics, and that was enough to move the crowd all night. But MTV said we need more production value, more special effects to make the culture salable to mainstream audiences who pay the bills, while underground talent gets pushed up the hymns.
MTV changed the game, now it's all about the look. Image over lyrics, style over the hook. Video budget's bigger than some rappers' whole career, while real hip-hop artists disappear. MTV changed the game, now it's all about the look. Image over lyrics, style over the hook. Video budget's bigger than some rappers' whole career, while real hip-hop artists disappear.
Yo, MTV Raps was a blessing and curse. Gave us exposure but made things worse in some ways, cause it opened the door for exploitation like we never seen before. Record label signing anything with a beat
flooding the market with artists incomplete in their understanding of what hip-hop means. Beyond the money and the magazine scenes, of photo shoots and interviews scripted tight to fit the narrative that feels just right for suburban consumption and global sales, while the culture's true spirit becomes stale from overexposure and commercialization. MTV's version of hip-hop across the nation became the standard, became the norm, while the essence got lost in the perfect storm.
Spring break parties, beach house requests, MTV pushing what they think is best for hip-hop's image, party and bullshit, instead of conscious rap that makes the culture fit together like puzzle pieces, unified. Now it's fragmented, commercialized into bite-sized pieces for mass consumption based on market research and sales assumption. But real hip-hop heads know the difference between authentic art and corporate interference. We still support the artists who keep it true, while MTV promotes the fake and new. Jack swing fusion that sounds like pop with a hip-hop beat, but the culture drop gets more diluted every time they play another manufactured hit today.
Don't get me wrong, exposure helps some cats get their message out, help them get their stacks up to support their families and communities, while building hip-hop's cultural immunities to criticism and attempts to shut us down. MTV helped spread the sound around the world, globalizing what we created, even if the process was complicated by corporate interests and profit motives that don't align with hip-hop's true objectives of speaking truth to power, lifting up the people, not just entertaining like we're dancing for the steeple of consumerism and capitalist greed that plants the commercial seed in fertile ground where art should grow. But money talks and artists go
with the flow of industry demands, instead of making their own stands for artistic integrity and cultural respect. MTV gave us reach but took our connect to the streets where it all began. Now it's time to take back what we can of hip-hop soul from corporate control, and remember what makes the culture whole.
Yeah. This one's for the ones who held me down, no matter what. For my backbone, my family. Listen up. Yeah, I remember mama's hands tied from the day's long work, worry lines on her face, but she never said a word. Just a quiet strength in her eyes, a sacrifice so deep while the rest of the world was sleeping. She had promises to keep. I see the pictures now, so much older, so much more tired. Forgive me, mama, for the debt that I acquired, for the late nights and the stress I put you through. Now my only mission is to make your dreams come true. And my pops, the quiet one, never showed his love with words, just a nod and a look, a lesson from a simple herd. He taught me how to be a man just by his actions alone. Now I'm building this legacy, planting a seed from a stone. Cause everything I got, everything I'll ever be, it's a reflection of the family that sacrificed for me. They're the reason for the hustle, the why behind the grind, the backbone of my spirit, the fortress for my mind. Yeah, they're the reason for the hustle, the why behind the grind, the backbone of my spirit, the fortress for my mind. Yeah, and family ain't just blood, it's the crew that got my back. My brothers on a journey on this unpaved track. We slept on studio floors, we shared the last meal, shared the same ambitions, that was the deal. Now when I get a check, I make sure my whole team eats. This ain't a one-man army, we're a force on the streets. They call us a crew, but we're a brotherhood, a pact. If one of us falls, the other one's got they back. This loyalty's priceless, it's a bond that's strong and real. Yeah, my family's my family, that's just how I feel. Cause everything I got, everything I'll ever be, is a reflection of the family that sacrificed for me. They're the reason for the hustle, the why behind the grind, the backbone of my spirit, the fortress for my mind. Yeah, they're the reason for the hustle, the why behind the grind, the backbone
bop, she do be dead. Which way do I go now? Scabba ba do, too fast, too slow, 'cause I can't stop the show now. Sway ba do do, what do I do?
Enough, cut the static, kill the sound. All that noise is just a merry-go-round. Got a million voices screaming which way to turn. 1,000 fires set just to watch me burn. They want you dizzy, lost in the race. But I found the rhythm, I found my own pace. It ain't about speed, it's about the direction. A single line forward, my own reflection. In the eye of the hurricane, everything is still. That's where I live now, by the force of my will. Ignoring the chaos, the shoulda, woulda, coulda. Got my eyes on the signal, hallelujah. Find a signal in the static. Too fast, too slow. It's a method, it's a magic. What do I do? Just find your one true north and have it. They want you confused, lost in the complexity. But the truth is always simple, just gotta let it be. One goal, one path, one mission in my sight. Tune out the chaos, step into the light. All the complications, all the intricate lies, they fall away when you focus on the prize. It ain't the prize of money or the prize of the fame. It's the prize of knowing the reason you came. So let them play their bebop, let them run their frantic game. My beat is steady, and they'll remember my name. I walk a straight line through the twisted and the wrecked, with a calm in my heart and a foot on their neck. Find a signal in the static. Too fast, too slow. It's a method, it's a magic. What do I do? Just find your one true north and have it. Find a signal. Find a signal.
Take them back to the source. The dust, the crackle. Feel this.
Fingers dusty, flipping through the covers worn and old. A library of soul, stories to be told. In the back of a forgotten shop, a dimly lit maze. Searching for a loop to get me through the days. Smell of aged paper, a time machine perfume. Every record holds a spirit, locked inside a room. Skimming past the pop hits, the polished and the clean. Looking for the raw cut, the truth behind the scene. Then I see it, hidden gem, a piece of history. A cover from the 70s, a faded mystery. The drummer's eyes are fiery, the bass is lost in thought. This is the holy grail, the lesson to be taught.
The needle hits the groove, the vinyl crackle hiss. A moment of pure magic, can't get no better than this. A soul from yesterday, reborn in the machine. This is the foundation, the essence of the scene. From a forgotten melody to a brand new hip-hop dream. This is the vinyl legacy, the ever-flowing stream.
Back in the lab, the MPC is glowing bright, chopping up the melody. In the pale moonlight, 4 seconds of a horn stab, a vocal from the past. A dusty drum break that was built to last. The sign of pads, tap the sequence, feel the rhythm shift. It's a conversation with a ghost, a sacred gift. Layer the bass line, make the hi-hats talk. A resurrection in the beat, a brand new way to walk. And I hear it, that perfect loop, a story to be told. Worth more than platinum, more precious than pure gold. The drummer's ghost is smiling, the bass starts to nod. This is the creator's work, a message from a God.
The needle hits the groove, that vinyl crackle hits.
just a sample, it's a piece of history. A voice from the past speaking directly to me. From Cool Herc to Primo, the architects of sound. On the shoulders of these giants, new classics can be found.
Just a dime in your pocket and a dream in your soul. Work hard in this city and you'll take control. Yeah, the top is waiting for the bowl.
Being like a muffin day. Freeze the frame, cut the fantasy, check the news feed. Same old men in power planting poisonous seeds. Talking about bootstraps from an ivory tower while they're cutting our wages by the damn hour. They sell you a dream that your parents once bought, but the ladder is broken, the whole damn thing is fraught. Drowning in degrees that don't pay the rent. Another generation with its future all spent. Two kinds of laws in the land of the free. One for the billionaires and one for you and me. They praise the hustle, but they rig the whole game. Then they point at the poor and they whisper their shame.
For a slice of the pie that's alive, take control of the debt that they stack to the sky, waiting for the bowl, while the system just watches you die.
Yeah, the anchor man smiling on the 6 o'clock news, talking about recovery while we're singing the blues. Another corporate bailout, another golden parachute, while we're out on the pavement surviving on cheap fruit. They want our votes, our bodies for their wars, then they lock up our brothers behind steel doors. This ain't a protest song, it's a reality check. This is for every promise they broke, every bounce check. So don't you dare preach to me about the red, white, and blue, when your actions speak louder and we see right through you. The streets are talking and the temperature's high. The ballad of the bootstrap is the lullaby of a lie.
For a slice of the pie that's alive, take control of the debt that they stack to the sky, waiting for the bowl, while the system just watches you die. 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 They see the smile, the suit and tie so neat, a perfect picture walking down the street. Life's a sweet tune, can't be beat.
But the record scratches, the curtain falls low. Just me and this stranger in the mirror's glow. He got my eyes, but they're filled with doubt. Whispering questions I can't figure out. This velvet jacket feels like a cage, trapped on a brightly lit, empty stage. They clap for the character, the role I assume, but the real me is suffocating in this room. The crown feels heavy, the throne feels cold. A story of success that's getting old. Chasing a version of me I don't know, just trying to keep the cracks from showing, you know.
Sweet tune, so sweet, in this empty room. Perfect picture, staring at my doom. Can't be beat, just a shadow in the gloom.
out at parties, feeling all alone. Shake 100 hands, but disconnect to the bone. Every laugh is practiced, every word is a line. Is any of this real? Is any of it mine? They want the headlines, the legend, the myth, the man who has everything, who they wanna be with. But the mirror don't lie, it shows me the cost. A kid who chased a dream and got his own soul lost. He asked me, what's the point of winning the game if you don't even recognize your own name? So I stand here searching through the static and the haze. Been running for forever in this ghetto maze. So sweet in this empty room, perfect picture staring at my doom. Can't be just a shadow in the gloom.
This one's for everybody slouched in the back, blaming the chair for the pain in your back. Listen, I hear the constant mumbling, the discontented sighs. The world's a crooked picture, seen through your jaded eyes. Every solution's got a problem, every silver line's a cloud. You whisper your complaints, but you're thinking way too loud. You blame the game, you blame the players, you blame the hand you drew, but never once look in the mirror, blame the man in front of you. The posture of a victim, a slump you can't escape. You paused on chapter 1, complaining about the tape.
If the seed makes you uncomfortable, don't just sit there and complain. If the view ain't what you wanted, you can always switch the lane. Oh, if you're feeling crooked, son, and the world feels out of place, sit up straight on your space.
Yeah, I'd rather build a better chair than curse the one I'm in. I'd rather learn the lesson than regret the sin. Turn the frustration into fuel, the anger into art. The universe responds to those who play a proactive part. You see a brick wall, I see a foundation to be laid. You see a final chapter, I just turned another page. It's all about perspective, the angle of your sight. You can curse the darkness or you can generate the light.
If the seed makes you uncomfortable, don't just sit there and complain. If the view ain't what you wanted, you can always switch the lane. Oh, if you're feeling crooked, son, and the world feels out of place, sit up straight and on your space.
This ain't about the furniture, it's about the way you hold your spine.
Is your foundation solid? Is your attitude aligned? You can't see the horizon, you're always looking down. You're the king or queen of nothing if you never claim your crown.
Yeah, fix your posture.
Or sit up straight and own your space.
Yeah, fix your posture.
Oh, sit up straight.
The power's in you. Let's go. Let's go.
Look at you. Full of noise, full of potential. But you getting way ahead of yourself, little homie. Lil, let me talk to you. I see you running around here making a whole lot of sound, thinking that you're king cause you're the new hot thing in town. You got the brand new sneakers and the attitude to match, but the knowledge that you're lacking is the one thing you can't snatch. I've seen 100 of you rookies come and go and fade to black, cause you build your house on hype, it's bound to fall and crack. You a flash in the pan, a spark before the dark. I'm the everlasting bonfire, now go and learn your part. So don't you get it twisted thinking we are not the same. You're a tourist in my city, you don't even know the game. So pipe down with that talking before you getting hurt. Don't mess with me, kid, this is my turf. You learn the game from the Tyrios, I learned it from the pain. You chase the fleeting sunshine, I learned to master the rain. Respect is something earned, boy, it isn't something given. And the path you're walking now is the one that I've already lived in. You're making ripples in the puddle, thinking it's the open sea. You can't compare your little buzz to a veteran OG. So take a seat and take some notes and maybe you might last. But right now your whole future's looking just like your shallow past. So don't you get it twisted thinking we are not the same. You're a tourist in my city, you don't even know the game. So pipe down with that talking before you getting hurt. Don't mess with me, kid, this is my turf. This ain't hate, it's a lesson, so I'm only saying it once. The loudest one in the room is usually the dunce. So find your foundation, build it solid, build it deep, before you try to run with the wolves while you still count sheep. Class dismissed. Now go on, get out of here.
it'll still be there, you see. Just close your eyes now and take a breath with me. Let peace.
Yeah, just let the rhythm ride, unclench your jaw. You've been fighting battles against an invisible law. The law of more, the pressure to ascend. A race with no finish line, my friend. But the river don't rush, it just finds its own way through the rocks and the canyons, come what may. You're trying to build a dam with your worry and your doubt, but all you're really doing is wearing yourself out. So what if you're not where you thought you would be? The sun still came up and the air is still free. Happiness ain't a mountain you gotta climb and seize. It's the feel of the sunlight coming through the trees.
The world can wait.
So while you're running at that pace,
Take a breath. Find the stillness in this space. Let it be. Happiness is not a race.
So turn off the news feed, put the phone down for a while. Go and watch the clouds drift, find a reason to smile. You can't control the future, you can't rewind the past. This obsession with control, man, it was never built to last. True strength is knowing what to carry and what to leave behind. It's the peace you find when you just free your mind. Let the anger and the worry all float on downstream. It's all part of the water, a fragment of the dream. You don't gotta have the answers, you just gotta have the trust that the river knows its journey from the cradle to the dust. So just float for a minute, let the current be your guide. There's a quiet kind of victory in just enjoying the
The
ride.
world can wait.
so while you're running at that pace,
Take a breath. Find the stillness in this space. Let it be. Happiness is not a race. No.
June 12th, 1994. Brentwood, the chase, the glove, the verdict that divided a neighborhood and a nation. Let me break it down. Orenthal James from the projects to fame, Heisman Trophy winner, NFL Hall of Fame. But June 12th changed everything in his life when they found Nicole Brown and Ronald Goldman's knife. Wounds, blood evidence scattered on the scene. Media circus started, know what I mean? America was watching every single detail while the prosecution built their case for jail. White Bronco chase, 95 million viewers watching O.J. Simpson with his true believers in the backseat, gun to his head, ready to die while helicopters follow through the LA sky. AC Cal is driving, talking him down from suicide to surrender in his hometown, where he once was a hero. Now he's suspect number one in the double murder case that's just begun. Judge Lancito presiding, cameras in the court. Johnny Cochran defending with his legal fort. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit. Bloody glove demonstration was a perfect hit for the defense strategy. Reasonable doubt, while Marcia Clark tried to figure it out, how someone so beloved could be so despised by the evidence that couldn't be disguised. DNA, blood drops, hair and fiber. Mark Foreman with the N-word, credibility died, sir, when those tapes surfaced showing racial hate from the cop who found evidence sealed OJ's fate. Or did it? Defense painted a conspiracy, LAPD corruption, systematic bigotry, planting evidence, framing a black man who broke barriers, had success they couldn't stand.
Guilty or innocent, the verdict divided. Black and white America, neither side can fight it. Injustice being served the way it should. Trial of a century, misunderstood.
9 months of testimony,
evidence galore, but this case was bigger than what happened at the door of Nicole's condo. This was about race in America's justice system. Truth face to face with perception, bias and historical pain of black men lynched while white killers remain free to walk the streets, not a day in jail, while OJ faced death, the ultimate betrayal for many in the community who saw themselves in the defendant's chair, asking for help from a system that historically failed to protect black lives, black rights, basic respect. Rodney King still fresh in everybody's mind. How video evidence left justice blind. So when OJ walked free, some people cheered, not for him but for the precedent that appeared.
But two families lost their loved ones that night. Goldman and Brown families fight the good fight for closure, for justice, for truth to prevail beyond the circus atmosphere and media's tale of fallen heroes and American dreams. Nothing's ever simple as it seems when race and class and fame collide with murder, justice and national pride. Fred Goldman's pain, Lou Brown's grief, seeking answers, seeking relief from questions that the trial couldn't resolve about guilt, innocence, and how to evolve beyond the divisions that this case exposed in a society where justice is supposed to be colorblind, equal under law. But we witnessed something different that we all saw. October 3rd, 1995, the verdict came down, the nation came alive with celebration and devastation, split along the lines of race across the nation. Not guilty echoed through the courtroom walls, while outside different crowds made different calls. Some saw justice finally served to a black man, others saw a killer escape the legal plan. Civil trial later found him liable for wrongful death. Money was pliable where criminal evidence wasn't enough. Different standards of proof, the system's bluff. Called into question once again by the outcome that divided women and men, black and white, rich and poor. What was this trial really for?
Truth may never fully come to light about what happened on that June night, but the trial showed us who we really are. A nation divided, still bearing the scar of slavery, Jim Crow, and police abuse, where race still matters in the system's use of justice, or the lack thereof. Can we ever rise above?
You heard the whispers? They said I'm next up. Nah, I ain't next up. I'm already here. This ain't a game. It's a coronation.
Yo, they been talking about the future, saying I'm a contender, but they didn't get the memo. I'm the main event, the real sender of lyrical fire, burning down their whole facade. You got a crew and a hype, man. I got a voice from God. See these rappers on the charts, all style and no substance, just empty calories, a brand with no confidence. They sound the same, they all got the same damn flow, just different puppets on the same strings, putting on a show. You can wear the biggest chain, flash the fastest car, but you ain't got the crown of the mic, you ain't a star.
The rap game is won, a new king is crowned, the battle is done. It's me and this mic, no one else is needed. A lyrical promise, now finally heeded. Crown of the mic, shining for all to see. A legacy of victory.
They talk about the money, the fame, the celebrity, but I got my eyes on a higher form of sovereignty. I don't need a golden ticket or a record deal. My power comes from my words, my rhymes, what I feel is real. Yeah, the industry's a jungle full of wolves and snakes, but I'm a lion, every single breath is what it takes to climb this mountain with no helping hand from anyone. Just a burning desire that's brighter than the sun. I spit the truth on the track while the others fake their grind. Yeah, I'm a one-man army, leaving the rest behind.
The rap game is won, a new king is crowned, the battle is done. Just me and this mic, no one else is needed. A lyrical promise, now finally heeded. Crown of the mic, shining for all to see. A legacy of eternity.
The king has spoken, a new reign has begun.
A new reign has begun. begun.
The rest of y'all can take a bow.
The crown is on his head now. Game over. Head now. You built a garden for me in the city's gray haze. Promise me sunshine for all of my days. You said forever in so many ways.
Forever. Yeah, I guess forever's got an end date. Now the flowers are dead, rust is on the garden gate. I walk through the memory, the ghost of your perfume. How did our sanctuary become a damn tomb? Used to see heaven when I looked in your eyes. Now all I see is a stranger in the cheap disguise. The way you say my name, it ain't got the same sound. Just hollow echoes on this barren ground. I replay the moments, looking for the first crack. The little lies you told that I never gave back. I was blind to the poison creeping up on the vine. Now this ghost of our garden is the only thing that's mine.
Sunshine in the middle of the cold rain. Garden for me, just to feel the pain. Forever, never hear that word again.
The hardest part ain't the anger, it's the quiet aftermath. Trying to reconcile the beauty with this broken path. Who was that girl who sang to me so sweet? And who's this stranger I see on the street? You moved on so easy, you cut the tie so clean. Left me standing in the wreckage of our broken scene. They say that time heals, but time is a thief. It just steals the details, it don't touch the grief. So I tend to these weeds, all that's left of the trust. Watching our promises slowly turn to dust. A masterpiece of love, now it's just a cheap fake. For my own damn sanity's sake, I had to let it break.
Sunshine in the middle of the cold rain. Garden for me, just to feel the pain. Forever, never hear that word again. Never again, never again, never again, never again, never again.
Yeah. Check it. They ask me who you are. I don't listen to your speech, I just watch your feed. Let's talk about it. It ain't the grand design, the blueprint in your head. It's the small print of the daily life you led. The brick you lay in silence when nobody is around. The promise that you kept when you could've skipped town. Each sunrise is a choice, every handshake is a test. Do you give your bare minimum or offer up your best? Cause every little action is a seed you plant in stone. And the garden that it grows into is what you call your own.
One small action becomes the habit that you choose. The habit forms that attitude you win or that you lose. And that attitude's a mirror reflecting what is true. In the end, your daily actions, they tell the world who's you. I seen them talking mountains, they were promising to move, but their daily life was stagnant, stuck inside a groove of inaction and excuses, a philosophy of sand. A castle built of words that crumbles in your hand. Then I seen a quiet worker with calluses and grace, building their foundation at a steady, honest pace. No fanfare, no parades, just the rhythm of the work. The difference is the character that's hidden in the quirk. One small action becomes the habit that you choose. The habit forms the attitude you win or that you lose. And that attitude's a mirror reflecting what is true. In the end, your daily actions, they tell the world who's you.
Yeah.
Tell the world who's you. Who are you? tell the world who are you? Rick.
That's all it is. The sum of your days.